Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of Beyond the Ordinary Show. And this is going to be so much fun and eye-opening also. We're going to talk about a few subjects that Debbie really wants to make sure that you step into in the most empowered way. And so we're going to talk about some very specific situations that may or may not relate to you specifically, to some of y'all, but you might be aware of other people that might be putting themselves in this type of particular place. And for you to be able to hold that space and that wisdom to help them help themselves, it's a treasure that really you'll be gifted with today. And again, it translates to other aspects on our personal journey as well. So this is, I think, a conversation that we've needed to have for a long time on this platform. And I'm glad that we get to do it here with Debbie Johnson. And of course, we're going to open up to Q&A with Debbie and angelic readings. And it's going to be so much fun. Debbie's calls. Debbie, I think you've been invited to every season since the first season you've been on, because it's so freaking fun. It's so fun. So if y'all don't know Debbie, she is a psychic medium. She is one of my favorite people in the world, truly. And her ability to connect into the angelic realm is second to none. And always her special offers have included a one-on-one session with her. And I've already booked mine. I booked mine before we went live. I jumped in line ahead of you guys, and I feel maybe a little guilty about it, but no, because I've been wanting the session. And I highly encourage you all to get a session as well. We'll go through the special offer later. It's a session plus other modules that are on there. But again, if you want to get on the calendar sooner rather than later, go ahead and click on the special offer link. I'm sure April's put it in the chat box. I'm not looking at it right now. And again, we'll go through it in detail a little bit later. And Debbie, welcome back.
Oh, John, I'm so excited about tonight. Thank you for having me again. I love being on the show. I can already feel the energy. I was feeling it about 3 hours ago. Looking forward to it.
Well, we'll get into readings. And again, if y'all want to ask your personal question, raise your hand or type a question into the chat box. But Debbie, you had awareness prior to getting on the call, and you said you've had people coming in recently for readings where you've had to do, we'll call it cleanup for them in situation.
Good word. Yeah.
Tell us what's going on. What's popping up in the field for you, or tell the audience. Yeah.
So I look at patterns. I wait and see sometimes if I see it like a pattern going on of something new or something to share. And lately I've seen a pattern of experimental use of ayahuasca and psychedelics. And what happens when you're not totally conscious of using it or how to use it, entity attachment occurs. So the angels are experts. They can clear it all up. They can clean it all up. But it's when, why should you have to suffer? So I just want to create awareness on how we have to be conscious if we're going to go play in that field, do it very consciously and with protection. And this not only includes the psychedelic drugs or ayahuasca, but anesthesia is a huge thing that I deal with, and the recovery spiritually for what happens in anesthesia. And all of these things create like the aura to be like Swiss cheese, basically, allowing whatever wants to go in unless there's protection. Yeah.
How do people call in that protection? How can they participate and be more self-empowered?
So, I use the angels for everything. I learned that a long time ago. They protect, they can clear anything. And I love Archangel Michael. He is a protector. Call him in before surgery. Have all your loved ones call him in and pray before surgery. And you'll notice you come out a lot easier. You come out not as, not as much recovery. You heal a lot faster too. But that feeling like I don't feel like myself after surgery, I still haven't felt the same. that eliminates that.
What type of entities are going into people? When you talk about entities, do you have a description, or does it vary depending on the people that you're seeing?
It varies, but it can be anything from spirit attachment to demonic attachment. And, you know, angels can clear anything. I don't want people to think, anything can't heal, but why go through it?
I agree.
And basically the symptoms are you don't feel like yourself. You can't quite, concentrate, severe anxiety. Everyone around you is telling you you're not yourself, anymore. You're acting weird. So those are kind of some of the symptoms I hear. And usually when the angels clear them, it gets rid of whatever spirit might have attached. Basically, they want your energy. A low energy wants energy.
What's the difference between a spirit attachment and a demonic attachment? Because you mentioned those, and I'd love to bring some awareness and clarity around that also.
So spirit attachment is a discarnate or a human who is not in the light yet, an earthbound human who crossed over, who hasn't kind of found their way and just seeking energy. And the crazy part about discarnates is sometimes they're in addiction. They were in addiction when they were alive. Sometimes they have mental illness. And what will happen is the person who had that, attachment will start to get addictive behavior, or even have mental, illness type thoughts or thinking. So those can be, they can cause a lot of problems, and you don't feel like you're well. And with the clearing, you can get it off. But demonic attachment, that's not human. That has never been human. Similar to angels. Angels have never been human. Demons have never been human. So it's a little different, and it's a little bit more severe. Yeah.
It's parasitic. You mentioned some of the symptoms of a spirit attachment. Again, not feeling yourself, kind of groggy, people telling you that you're not quite yourself. Is it possible that we pick up spirit attachments when we travel, go to different places and all that?
Anytime your aura is lowered. But I'm talking about the more extreme low.
When you really just open yourself up, right?
Yeah, when you're wide open, even in psychic development, you're opening your third eye. You got to protect it, because you're seeing not just high energies, you're seeing low. So that's even a vulnerable state, is getting a healing, giving a healing, or getting a reading, or giving a reading. Those are all vulnerable states. But you add in, psychedelics, ayahuasca, or anesthesia to that. You're asking for, it's almost like, here I am, woo,
Yeah. I was sharing with you when I was in Peru last time, in an ayahuasca ceremony. And I've done over 30 ceremonies, so it wasn't brand new to me, where I just opened up. And I can feel, and these particular last 3 ceremonies, so my 27th through my 30th ceremony, these energies wanted to come in and to infiltrate. And thank goodness I have been trained in cognizant. I've done lucid dreaming. I travel different places. I really, and I feel so protected. I mean, really, some of us are just so protected. Oh my God, I'm getting the chills. They're like right there. Some of us are just naturally wired for that protection. I could feel like I could shush them away, but it was work. It was an exhausting ceremony. And one thing that I noticed, and I was talking to you about, Debbie, earlier, was what was bringing in and inviting the vampiric energies in. I played with the thought of limiting beliefs while I was in that journey. And I turn on intentionally as a test while I'm cruising on medicine. I got to experiment. And so I went into limiting belief mode on purpose. And I could see the entities going in and siphoning, vampiring off of my energy. And the second they come in, it's like, I turned it off. And they would, like, they'd get confused and they'd go find another limiting belief that was hovering around the room. And I turned it on again, limiting belief, and they came like vultures, turned it off,
Yep.
and nope, nothing there. We're going somewhere else to go feed in the way we need to feed. So y'all, this is real. This is real. And when you go into those spaces, if someone's going to go get anesthesia, say someone's not doing any type of plant medicine, but even going into surgery or into festivals or big parties where there could be a lot of different substances that make people check out, but they're not checking out. What can we do to really amplify our energy so that we're not affected by those vampiric type of energies?
My favorite thing to do is call in Archangel Michael and ask for his protection throughout the night, or, please keep my aura solid. Michael will protect anything we ask him to. And what we're talking about here is keeping your aura solid. That's your psychic safety. That's your psychic shield, keep my psychic shield safe.
Wow.
That's your energy field.
How do you get affected if a client comes to you and they're carrying these energies and they need that type of clearing? You as a healer and a channeler and a medium, how do you feel after those sessions or during those sessions? I'm so curious.
Well, the way you described Peru is kind of what I've experienced in the session. I see it like you did. And it's like, whoa, get away. I have to constantly be very conscious and aware. And again, I see the angels do a lot of that for me in the session and for the client. But it's like a movie, John. It's crazy. And the way you explained it is very much like I see it around people. But yeah, it's very real. It's hard to believe it unless you've seen it,
Yeah. So let's get into maybe some practices just for, okay, in these situations, and I love that you're bringing it up. It's so important. But also, what can we do on a daily basis just for energetic hygiene, just to keep ourselves in as much of a pristine field as possible between the news and the collective consciousness and the different fears and going out in traffic, watching TV, whatever it is, what is it that we can do to optimize how we vibrate and what that vibration attracts to us on a continuous basis?
So if you're in joy and happy and, having a good day, usually your aura is pretty solid. It's when you don't feel like yourself or all of a sudden anxiety kicks in, something shifts the field, especially if it's not a situation. Just you notice you change, like I feel weird right now. That's when you call in the angels. Angels, release what's not of the light now. Release what's not of the light. Clear anything not of the light that might be affecting me, or clear my aura. Call them in and ask them to clean it up for you, and they will. It's quick. You can do it inside your head. You can say it inside your head. A lot of times I'll walk outside and ask them to clear me. I like to do it outside, not in the house.
Nice. And do you sage the house and use essences and burn incense also as part of a clearing in your own house? Or do you think that ritual is not really necessary?
I like sage a lot. It's very traditional. I love it. I think it works. I've had to stop using it because I have a lot of clients allergic to smoke or with a severe allergy. So I don't use it, in the workspace, but I love it for myself. Yeah.
I love just the ceremony and the intention of it anyway.
Yeah.
So even setting the intention when you're saging, you're already telling your auric field that you're showing up for it to be more whole, more complete, more in attunement with a higher vibrational state. There's so much to be said for ceremony.
Ceremony's there for a reason. Like the Native Americans, they use sage. They used it for a reason. Shamans use it for a reason. Priests use,
Frankincense.
Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use that. I mean, that's all for a reason.
It's amazing. And it's also important, as I think this conversation is also coming up, Debbie, because I think we're really at a point where we have matured enough with our own empathic abilities that when we start feeling like we're off kilter, that something's off, that we can call ourselves back to this much more quickly and not have to linger in that state of confusion or suffering that we've suddenly gotten into. And it's just important, I mean, as a habit, to really become more aware when we're focused or get pulled in the direction of the lower vibration, first and foremost out of self-love. But also we have to be aware that what we're resonating within ourselves, we're putting out into the world. And so if we want to see changes in the world, I mean, really, we're all being called up into this, this form of leadership, this form of regalness of how we carry ourselves. And to ask, because we don't have to figure it on our own, but we can ask the angels. We can ask our guides. We just set the intention. Even if you don't have sage on you, you can just bring in sage to your consciousness and cleanse your aura just with the thought of having that ceremony right there with you.
Absolutely, John. Our consciousness is so powerful. If you're just conscious, that's sometimes enough. Use your consciousness with everything. That's all.
Is there anything that the angels find difficult to, like really difficult to clear?
The demonic entities. A lot of times they split, they multiply. Some of them, sometimes there's been what I call soulless beings. And there's actually no soul. And those are very difficult to remove, but they get rid of them. They do.
They may have to do a little more heavy lifting, but they get rid of them.
It takes a little bit more time, and it's a little longer, and it's more complicated or tricky, but they get rid of it.
Amazing. Amazing. And y'all, this conversation is coming up for a reason. And I really do think with the astrological components that are coming, we're going to be in some significant changes that are coming up as everything, there's a quickening happening, which kind of shakes the foundation of our comfort levels and what we're used to seeing and how we participate. And even having these energies about how to keep an integrity vibrational for ourselves, but to notice also, again, these entities, these energies that are outside of us, that are of the intention of wanting to take what we're not willing to give, that we come into the awareness of how we can take responsibility for ourselves and show up for ourselves when we start feeling that. And that we have people like Debbie that we can reach out to if it seems like too much heavy lifting, that we can call out to a physical angel, Debbie Johnson. Right? It's like, okay, Debbie, help me help myself in this. Or other people like Debbie, and you'll be guided to the right place without a doubt. Even being in a high vibrational environment, for example, this platform, listening to a show, that can start to ease some of the parasympathetic chemistry that runs through us when we're in that fight or flight, which is an attractor to these denser energies also. So it's, again, just the awareness, and then being reminded, oh yeah, I can do that. Oh yeah, this resource is available to me. Oh yes, I can call in Michael. I can call in Gabriel. I can call in Yeshua. I can call in Buddha. I can call in the galactic benevolence, whoever you want. But if it's at that tone, they're right there. Just all you have to do is ask. And we do have to ask, do we not, Debbie?
Absolutely. I don't have special access to ask them. Anyone can ask them. I just can kind of see what they're doing, and I've been practicing a long time, but every single one of you has the same access to the angels for help. Just ask.
It's that simple, y'all. It can be that simple.
Yeah.
Debbie, you want to open up to Q&A?
Let's do it.
All right, we're getting into Q&A a little bit early,
Yeah.
but it's like we get to do more with Debbie, which is good. All right, Barbara, let's start with you. Welcome. Oh, everybody, find your unmute button so when I call you, we just like, boom, we're right on it. All right, Barbara, welcome.
Thank you. Hi, John. Hi, Debbie. How are you?
Hey, Barbara.
I just want to say every time I get in the car and take a trip, I always call on Archangel Raphael and
Nice.
Archangel Michael to wrap me in bubbles of blue and green and keep me protected. And knock on wood, it always works.
Great idea. That's a great idea. In the car.
Yeah. Anyway, my question is, my husband is not in the physical anymore, and I keep asking him for signs, and I think I'm missing them. And I'm wondering if you get any reading on that, like what he might.
Two things right away. I kept seeing a ring. Are you wearing a wedding ring? Or he keeps.
I am.
I have chills. Now down by your hand, before you lifted your hand, he showed me something red. Or is something red down like on the lower where I can't see? Or something reddish?
I have a red pen right
There you go.
here.
He's right there. He's looking right at your hand. He sees that you have on the ring and he saw the red. Yeah. I have
Okay.
chills. He's right there, sweetie.
Okay. I've been toying with the idea of remaking my engagement ring into another ring that I would wear all the time. And I kept thinking, oh, but I might make him mad if I do that. So.
Well, he definitely pointed at the ring and he was like spinning it around kind of. So he's watching you. He's definitely watching you. I don't think he would be upset if it's the same ring. It's got the energy.
Yeah. Okay. That's such confirmation, because I just put these back on the other day because I could just feel him beaming love to me, just feel it. And I thought, you know what? I still love you too. So I put the rings back on.
So that feeling you had, that means you were right. He was within 8 feet of you when you had that feeling. So he's with you.
Excellent.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, what makes you think he's not communicating with you? He's
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think I miss the most obvious signs.
We often think we're making it up. When the spirit, world talks to us, it feels like, oh, I'm just making that up. Even when I'm doing readings, I'm like, I feel like, is this, am I just running this through my head? But then everyone's like confirming it. But it does feel like that. It feels like you're just getting these thoughts.
It's so wonderful.
Excellent.
Barbara, can I offer something? And this is for all of us on this call. And I'd love to ask you, when you think of your husband, do you feel love?
Yes. Yes. His passing was kind of a rough situation. The way he passed and everything. And I have since been able to it was from alcoholism, but he was such a wonderful, giving, loving person to me and to everybody else that I've gotten past all the part he had to get through. And now I just feel that he's like, remember the good stuff. It's all still good. I'm still here. The love is just magnified, even though he's not here with me, and I miss that part of him. But
I love your mind and heart working together. And close your eyes for 1 second and think of your husband. And what do you feel?
Total beaming love.
Thank you. He's communicating right there.
Uh,
Yes, we love but. Yes, we love but. Yes, we love but. And then you get to the essence. You drop in. It's like, there he is. He's talking to you every time you feel that, Barbara.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I think I know that now. And it's good. And I really have been messing with the rings. So Debbie, you were right on the money.
Debbie's so on. She's like, yeah, she's amazing. But I just
well, I see what he sees. I just saw what he saw. That's all.
Barbara, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to get to another caller here in a second. April, do me a favor. The special offer link you put on is for the password page, which not that many people can get free readings because we're going to owe Debbie a lot of money. So y'all ignore that first link that got sent. And April's going to type in the link for the special offer here again in the chat box. And again, there's a private reading. There's other modules that we're going to go through in a little bit. But let's continue here. Next caller is Falcon. Welcome to the call.
Hi, Debbie. I'm so glad you're here.
Hi, Falcon.
Hi, you probably don't remember me. You work with so many people, but you've talked with me. I got a session with you a long time ago. Anyway, the anxiety and the depression in particular keeps coming back. It's emotionality. And I've had so many clearings and I've been doing my work. I've been doing my shadow work. I mean, this has been going on for years. Is there any way to like break through and just be done with this? Can they see what is causing it?
So I'm gonna ask Archangel Michael to give you a healing. Is that okay? Let's ask him to get rid of it. So Falcon, with the way you keep saying it's coming back, it's not leaving, or it's the same thing. It might be one of the ones we talked about where it's a little bit more serious. So we got to get rid of it. Is that okay with you?
Lord, yes.
All right. Archangel Michael, I ask that you release anything not of the light in all directions of time permanently for Falcon. When they did the final, like I felt the final energy just go out of your back. Have you had any back pain, upper back pain, between the shoulder blade pain?
Yes.
Or problems? Okay. The energy was kind of stuck behind the heart. And I also heard mom on the energy too. So there was some energy from the mother that had still been in your aura.
Thank you. That would be, yes. I had a carnival ride injury back there and they didn't even let me see a doctor. That's what that was. Right at that spot.
Wow.
So,
That's where all the energy was, and that could have caused attachment. I mean, that sounds like traumatic, or enough to lower the aura field, and could have caused, like we were talking about, but a different scenario, an accident or trauma.
Yeah. Things do get in for sure. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. They have a message for you real quick. You're a healer. You are a healer. So get to work, healer.
Thank you. I can if I'm not depressed. Nobody trusts me.
I know.
Depressed. I'm like, I wouldn't either.
That's going to shift. That's going to shift.
Bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Falcon. Blessings too. Sonia, let's get you to unmute, please. And welcome to the call.
Hello, John. Hello, Debbie. How
hey,
are
Sonia.
you? Hi, Debbie. I had a wonderful reading from you some months back, and
Oh, awesome.
And you brought through a spirit animal, an octopus, and you said that it was something unusual which you hadn't seen before, but that it was related to clairvoyance or clairaudience. I can't quite remember. But I wanted to know if you could expand upon that, because I haven't really experienced any of that.
Well, the spirit animal comes in, it's a message, and it's clairvoyance, so psychic realm. But the octopus is a little different. It also is talking about communicating with after death, so that's mediumship. So, Sonia, have you seen what you thought were sets of eyes?
Say that again, please.
Have you seen, maybe when you at night or sleeping, have you seen eyes? Just eyes, or what looks like eyes?
Not that I can think of.
Or shadows.
Or shadows. Not really. I'm a very deep sleeper. once I'm out, I'm out. I try to, before I go to sleep, just like gaze into the darkness, and sometimes it's more like cartoon figures that I see.
There you go.
Color,
Bingo.
colors.
That's it. That's it. You're not making that up. So that's
Right.
spirit. You're seeing spirit. The moment you see the cartoon figures, angels release what's not of the light, and whatever's of the light will still be there. But you have some mediumship ability. That's the seeing spirit. That's one of the ways they come in. Cartoon, or you just see the eyes, or you see shadow. That's one of the first ways we start to see it.
Okay, all right. So would you suggest I do more of the to bring that in, to do more of the staring into the darkness before I go to sleep, or any suggestions
Try
on
it.
how to develop that? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, next time you see it, angels release what's not of the light, and then talk or communicate with what's there. If there's an
Right.
image there, they're within your aura field. You can communicate.
Okay. All right. Lovely. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's
love.
great.
Thanks
you.
for being on here.
Bert.
Wonderful. All right, let's go on to our next caller. Let's start with MC. MC, welcome.
Thank you, John, very much. I appreciate you taking the call. Hi, Debbie. How are you?
Hi, MC.
Hi. So I've been working for quite a few years on trying to raise my vibration, whether it's energy exercises, grounding, gratitude, tapping, yoga, meditation, etc., prayers. And I thought I was doing okay, and I was moving up the ladder, at least trying to be the best person I can be, as more present and conscious and kind and generous and stuff like that. But I've noticed that lately I've been feeling a little bit fearful, anxious, and sure enough, I had realized a few days ago that I made a mistake, a financial mistake, and I was very self-loathing. I just really did not like myself. I was so angry at myself for making that mistake. And I am able to forgive just about everyone in the world except myself. And I got over it. It was just a couple of days ago. I got over it. I'm trying to dig myself out of the hole I see I put myself into with that negative energy, because I was very unkind to myself at that time, and tried again to pick it up. But it just seems like here I am. I think I'm getting to a point where I'm okay. I never thought that I would be so self-loathing and hateful of myself. And that in itself was upsetting to me, because it tells me, well, I guess I didn't do as well. All this work I did didn't get me anywhere. So
MC, you cannot go spiritually backwards. We can't. It's impossible. Even this instant made you grow. Think about it. You grew, you had the experience, but you're still on the other side of it. You got yourself back. And you saw what you were doing to yourself. That's like total conscious awareness. We cannot go spiritually in reverse. Even if we make a mistake, we're still growing through the mistake.
Okay.
We all do it. What I like to do when I do it, I mean, we all do it. I'll be like, angels, remove all my fear and doubt, replace it with faith and trust. Please remove my fear and doubt, replace it with faith and trust. And if I start the negative self-talk, I ask the angels to change my thoughts, get rid of them, change them to light, change them to love. Because any thoughts that are criticizing you, any thoughts you're having that are critical, are not of the light. Just know that's the dark really feeding into it. Or like we were talking about, looking for an opening. Oh, she doesn't feel good about herself. Let's go in there and make it worse.
So it's
Perfect
not
time.
failure necessarily.
Yeah, perfect time to call on the angels. Get rid of it. Get rid of anything not of the light.
Is there any message for me from the angels?
I keep seeing a big heart.
Mm.
So that means like love relation. That's like love relationship, Cupid. So you've got some love going. They're sending you love in a romantic way, if that makes sense.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I love it. MC, I have to share a story with everybody on the call.
Please.
I was outside eating breakfast at this cute little bistro restaurant here in downtown Santa Barbara. Lovely afternoon, and a truck goes by and he turns in this parking lot and he scrapes another car, scrapes, and you can hear it. It's just like, everybody could hear from like a couple blocks away. Felt so bad for the guy. And some guy's walking down the street and he starts clapping at him and making fun of him and laughing. It's like, you idiot. I can't believe you did that. Ha, good for you. I just cocked my head over and I just looked at him and I go, do you have to be such an asshole? And I couldn't believe I said it out loud, because it's like typically it's like, oh, he's just being an idiot. He's just whatever. But I had to say it out loud, and I was offended for the person that he was talking to. And did I lower my vibration to get there? Yeah, absolutely. I could have chosen different words. I could have chosen not to react. I could have chosen just to let them go through whatever they were going through. But there was an aspect of me that spoke up that was probably the little me wishing someone would have stood up for him. It's like, oh, that's where that came from. Right. So sometimes when we're in reaction to something in this adult spiritual perfectionism that we're trying to get into, there's a part of our little one that needs to be held in a way that she wasn't held before, to be understood in a way that no one understood her, and know that with all the work that you've done and the intention of your love, that big heart that comes through, that if something like that comes up, that there's something deep within you that is healing, that is calling out to you, that's saying, hey, it's time that I receive this attention from you. So rather than judging yourself, look for the opportunity to show up for yourself rather than to alienate yourself more from yourself.
Okay.
We've done enough work that we can remember. And again, I love the conversation from the beginning, Debbie. Where are these entities? Where are these energies coming in when I lower my vibration? And the attention, more fear comes up. And I was like, oh, wait, what do I want to feed? The nurturance for my little one? Or do I want to feed the fear of this vampiric energy that's just wants to take from me? I'm going to choose as quickly as I can, and not judge yourself if it takes you a day or two or a week or a year, but I'm going to choose as quickly as I can to get in a vibrational state of harmony that supports me, the love that I intend, that nurtures my inner child, and that is a blessing for this world. And without a doubt, you're going to get there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me share in that way.
I love that, John. You consciously can choose. That's the gift of spirituality. We can choose. We can consciously choose.
Absolutely. Oh my God. It's okay. Let's continue here. Alyssa, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you. Speaking of regalness, that chair is that.
Right,
I love it.
right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it very much. Hi, thank you for taking my call. And I guess my question, Debbie, is, I don't know if you can do this, I'm sure you can. I've had a guide contact me in the past couple months. His name is E. And I just wondered, I'm not always connecting or tuning in or hearing his messages, and I was wondering if there was anything I was missing.
So I'm going to make sure E is completely in the light. Have you done that? Have you checked and made sure he was of the light, or asked the angels, release him if he's not of the light? Very important when we're getting any kind of mediumship or any communication from the other side, because they'll lead you down a rabbit hole. If not, they won't make sense or kind of waste time. So let me make sure he's totally in the light. Okay. I heard no. So Archangel Michael, please take him to the light and give him peace. So have you been feeling confused by him or not clear?
No, not by him.
Okay.
No, and I understand that that might have been a soul that left during complicated lifestyle behaviors. So it makes sense. So let's skip him then, and thank you for releasing that. And just
Yeah.
the stuck itch is on my career. I'm making a shift, but I want the current career to just calm down a little bit, or a new backup career to open up while I transition to my own business. And I just looked back in my notes for the past year, and this year is mirroring that year in many ways. And I always try not to do that. So I feel stuck a little bit.
Well, your new business that you're trying to start is going to be a huge hit, by the way.
I got that also.
Huge.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yay! I love you both. Thank you.
you have to do it. You have to do it. I saw 888, which is abundance. So
Yes. Okay, cool.
yeah,
It feels
just
good.
whatever you got to do. Yeah.
And does this other job come down, or should I just need a moneymaker, an earner in the interim?
I would just say, yeah, I feel like stay where you're at would be better,
Okay.
more consistent, and just focus on you're going to be in this starting this new business. I mean, I would just use this to support starting that. Otherwise, it's going to get too complicated.
Copy that. Well, thank you both very much.
It feels so
Copy that.
responsible with you, Alyssa. It's like every time Debbie comes on, it's like whatever channels I have get opened like exponentially. There's something.
That's really cool.
Successful for you. So congratulations to you already, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Debbie,
Yeah.
what's a good way for people in the audience to check to see if a voice that they're hearing is something that they're seeing, a guide that they feel close to them is there really for their benefit and not something else?
So I love, great idea. We've got to check that. I have to check it all the time. Angels, if this soul is not in the light, take them to the light now. Basically, you'll stop hearing from them if they're not, the light. They'll take them to the light. If they are in the light, you'll continue hearing from them after you say that. So basically, see what's left after you ask, them to clear what's not in the light.
It really is that simple, y'all. And I love this also because if you do that enough times, if you keep getting energies coming to you and you do that enough times, they'll just stop messing with you because they know that you're going to check and they're just going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they'll stop knocking on the door because they'll know there's no trick-or-treating there, right? It's just.
Yeah, that's great. Eventually they get it.
Yeah, they get it. It's like, we'll go somewhere else. Forget it. We're not going to waste your time. I love that. It's so simple, Debbie. All right, let's go further here. Yvette had a question. Yvette writes, there's a local choir that I'm having a hard time deciding whether to join. I don't know if it's post-COVID virus fear or fear of starting something new. I'm also thinking of stand-up comedy again. Do you have any answers in this area?
What I pick up is that the dark side's trying not to let you get out there. Go for it.
I love it.
Yeah, it just feels like go ahead and put yourself out there. And I love the comedy for her. I love that for her. I think it's healing for her and others. I like it.
When we talk about entities, let's talk about regular substances. I call them regular.
Okay.
Cigarettes, marijuana, alcohol, even overeating, things that aren't good for us. I mean, how does those affect everyone in the same way of lowering vibration, or does it just depend on the person?
So with alcohol, the way it affects or could, compromise the aura is if the person blacks out. Same with marijuana. And if you smoke so much, you black out or don't remember. It's when you don't remember.
Okay.
Similar to a concussion, anesthesia. There's a lot of, when you're in such an altered state where you don't remember or you're unconscious. If you become unconscious, that's when you're losing, that's when you're creating the holes in the aura. So if eating, good example, if eating makes you unconscious, if you go, all of a sudden you're eating and eating, you don't even remember what you ate. There was a point there where you kind of blacked out or went into unconsciousness.
Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you for that, Debbie.
Yeah.
Question, Yvette. Thank you so much for asking. Yo, let's get into the special offer real quick, because I want you to know where to find the opportunities to work one-on-one with Debbie, and also these great transmissions that Debbie always puts in the packages. So, April, put the link in the chat box one more time, if you would, please. It should be popping up there any second. There it is. And if you don't see in the chat box for whatever reason, just scroll all the way down. Or if you can't find the chat box, just open up a new browser and type in beyondtheordinaryshow.com/Debbie29. And it'll take you to that same page. And Debbie, guide us through what everybody's going to receive when they participate here.
Okay, guys, I first of all, I love music for healing. I think it's so powerful. It goes like through the body, hits all the organs, the places that maybe hands can't hit in a hands-on healing. Music does all that. It goes right through the body. And there's the angelic healing frequency. That is a sound healing that activates dormant memory, dormant past life memory, dormant wisdom that maybe your soul came in with and forgot. Also, another sound healing is the 444 hertz key of David. Now that's a healing frequency that was used like long time ago. And you can actually, if any of you recall in the Bible, or anyone, went through the Bible, I did in religious as I grew up, but David would play these notes on the harp and soothe his dad's soul. He was a very angry king. Those notes are actually very healing in that combination. And that's exactly the notes used in this healing frequency. They're known to heal, also to soothe, and also eliminate anxiety. So that's the 444 hertz key of David. You just have to listen to it for the benefit.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then drawing in your soulmate, that's a huge thing that people are, they ask about and want. And I prayed about that. I was like, angels, what would help? What would help everyone? And this is a guided meditation. It walks you through what we need to grow spiritually to achieve our soulmate. What do we need to heal, or where do we need to grow? Instead of like, where do I go? How do I get them? Blah, blah, blah. It goes inward and kind of activates what maybe I need to go and talk to my family. Maybe I need to go and pursue my dream. What are we holding back? And that could actually block pulling someone in.
And all kinds of opportunities as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. And we get into
And then the reading.
Yeah, nice. And the angelic healing, the deep soul memory activation. You already talked about that.
Oh yeah. That one is it's a healing frequency. Just listen to it. By listening to it, you start to remember things. It's crazy. I used it. I was like, whoa. I started having memories too. So it does really activate.
I think I'm going to listen to this one before my session with you. I booked my session with Debbie by the way already. 'Cause I just feel like this may open me more up, and there's a deeper like memory that could activate in that. That feels so good to me. I'm processing my thoughts about my session with Debbie, y'all. All of this, a 45-minute reading with Debbie, which is our last reading, by the way. You hit the nail on the head in so many ways. It's crazy. That was about 4 months ago. I won't even get into it now. It was awesome, y'all. Truly. All these activations, these meditations, plus the 45-minute reading, which I cannot recommend enough, is $147. It's typically $350 for this combination of everything. Get it, have your reading, and you will feel, I want you to feel also, I know I do. It's like Debbie's like your biggest freaking cheerleader when she's doing the reading. It's like, she's just like cheering you on, and it's like you get more excited than I do about what's coming. It's like really, it's amazing. And that does transfer over, and that lightness and something in the resonance of that kind of takes you out of any limiting belief that what you're looking for can't be achieved, because Debbie already sees it. And you can feel it in her enthusiasm of what's coming through. So it's amazing what comes through. I've listened to my session from last time, I think 3 times already. And every time upliftment by itself, I'd rather spend 45 minutes there than 45 minutes in a mindless Netflix show. It's a gift that keeps on giving. So y'all, again, the link for the special offer, again, the 45 minutes with Debbie, plus these frequency healings that are available to you. Take advantage of it. 2 payment option on it as well, if that helps you say yes to facilitating what's coming through for your soul and that wants to be translated specifically for you. Again, y'all take advantage of it. Okay, Debbie, can we open up to more Q&A?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We got time too, y'all. So we're gonna get through a lot of
Yeah.
Layla, let's go to you. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great.
Hi.
Hi. I'm curious what the angels would say to me about my relationship with my father. It's kind of at a pivotal point.
Well, the first thing I saw was 444, which means nothing to fear. Like your worst fear is not what's going to happen.
That's so important.
And there's a loved one in heaven who's really helping you guys, who's really trying to heal this. You've got a loved one who crossed over, who's advocating that you guys heal.
Do I stay in contact with him?
Well, the loved one, a female loved one, is saying yes. You know what? Our biggest challenges are our family. Of all the people in our lives, as we go through this soul, who's going to hit our nerve the most? Probably family members. So that's our biggest opportunity for spiritual growth.
Yeah, it just gets confusing whether the spiritual growth is in leaving or staying.
The loved one in heaven said yes, which means they're advocating for staying. However, inside of you, if you're confused about whether to stay or not, then you don't have your answer yet from your angels. You need more info.
Okay.
Because when they give you a yes or no, it is clear. You're not even asking me.
Okay.
Layla, I feel for you. I understand sometimes being in that middle place is so hard and you don't know. And a lot of the work that we're doing, I feel now also, Debbie, is not choosing the trigger response of what's easy.
Ooh,
we're really coming up in that. How can we get more clear? How can we bring in guidance from the angels? And sometimes it's difficult. Again, I love reaching out to you. I reach out to you with these type of questions a lot. Should I do this? Should I do that? I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle. It's like, I'm torn. How can people tune into more of their divine timing if they're going in one direction or another?
You just said it the best. Knee jerk. So the knee jerk is trigger. So we have to don't go for the normal knee jerk. But angels will keep us kind of in this holding pattern because we need more info. We need to investigate it a little bit more. We need in order to either stay or go. But the knee-jerk thing is a sign that we are not gonna, we don't want to deal, we don't want to face it, we don't want to look at it. And that's exactly the opposite of what Spirit wants. Spirit wants us to look at it
Mhm.
You know, breathe through it. Really go into like the truth of why wouldn't you want to look at it?
Yeah, I feel that sometimes we're being called to hang out in that middle space because we're also resetting our nervous system. We're resetting our fight or
Ah,
flight response as well. It's like something's coming, and you get to know your strength and your truth in certain ways. Not that we always need to do that. And again, sometimes it's just really difficult to know the difference. And so that's why it's so wonderful to have you just as a dear friend that I know that I can reach out to and just like, Debbie, what do you think real quick? Or what do you feel, what are the angels saying? Because it helps so much. And you just know.
I think the angels can help you in that moment so you can understand, oh, I do need more information, and kind of acknowledge that, or I do need more time, but our fight or flight's going to go, I got to get out of here. This is uncomfortable,
Yeah.
and the angels are that quiet voice going, hold on, a little bit more time.
You got this. A little more time, right? We got your back.
Yeah.
We got your back. You're
They
being
kept
loved.
telling me allow.
Oh,
Nice. I love that.
good one.
There you go. Layla, thank you so much for asking. This is so important for all of us.
Thank you, Layla.
All right, let's continue. Julie, welcome to the call. Let's get you to find your unmute button.
I got it. Yeah. Great. Thank you. Hi, guys.
Hi, Julie.
So my question is, it's about how to really hear the difference between the ego and the mind's answers compared to divinity. So, I have a lot of practice I've been doing for many, many years, and I was in the zone. It was like I was in there, and then a lot of life happened, and I just, as much as I can settle into really connecting with divinity everywhere, because it's everywhere and it's so awesome to be human, to have this experience, I'm not getting the same clarity and the same information, and hence I'm reaching out, and it's not my normal way, and it's awkward for me, and I don't like it. I don't want to have to reach out. I believe I should, if you want to use that term, right? I want it here. I want to come back here. And I'm wondering what happened or what subconscious block I have. There's something that's going on, and I'm just not able to find those answers personally anymore.
When you're emotional, when you're super emotional, myself too, I get blurry. And then, that's a lot of times when you would seek counsel, like, because you're so emotional, it's hard to hear the difference. But I'll give you like I like to break it down simple. Angels, when are you hearing angels and when are you hearing ego?
Right.
The ego is loud. It is so loud. It's the one you're hearing first. And then the angels are like this tiny voice underneath going, you're going to be okay. Or it's almost like too good to be true voice underneath that loud fear or ego.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, when I do that, I pray all the time, I ask for guidance, I all that. I've been really working on trying to get some answers around some health issues, and I'm not getting the answers. I'm not getting them. And so it's frustrating because I feel like, anyway, it's like.
Can I ask Debbie a question? And I want to ask you a question also first, because I'm listening to you and I find that I'm checking myself out of my body. And so are you checking out of your body when you start getting really mental? Kind of like you're losing yourself when you start getting really into your mind and your ego. It's like you're stepping out.
Yep.
Good question. And maybe I'm pretty cognitive. It's true. I'm pretty, like, I go there a lot, but
you're checking out. It's almost like you're leaving yourself as you get in your mind because it's not landing. It's like a safety thing because your mind takes over. I don't know, but that's what I was feeling. And so Debbie, I'm wondering what you might be picking up around that, or how maybe you can help Julie, whatever you can bring in to help her ground in more, slow down, and so she can receive more clearly.
So I think you're accurate. She is leaving her body, but I saw the kidneys. You know, they were lit up, and sometimes the angels will light up a part of the body. Now, if the kidneys are lit up, there's fight or flight is going on. The adrenals are tweaked out. You know, that would cause you to leave your body too. But that may be the main organ to address, and may be causing other issues. It could be the core. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm worrying about lead poisoning because I bought a house a year and a half ago and I sanded a bunch of doors and I didn't mask or anything. I didn't know. And my skin won't heal, wounds won't heal, things won't heal in my body. I've gone to an allergy specialist. I did a whole massive cleanse with celery juice and you know, another spiritual guide's recommendations around getting heavy metal detoxes out. I've gone to doctors, everything. I'm not getting clarity. So I don't know. Kidney is usually not that. Kidney's more like water soluble stuff, but I'm not getting yeses enough. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you
it.
got it.
Yeah, thank you, Julie. Blessings to
Thank
you.
you.
Julie, if you want the number of an amazing naturopathic doctor who helped me tremendously, and I recommend so many people to him who can test all these different things, email me at john@beyondtheordinaryshow.com, and I'll forward his information. He works remotely. He'll ship you the test. You'll get everything in. If anybody needs that type of help, just email in and we'll provide that as a resource. He's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. And he's very empathic and intuitive as well. So he'll be right up your alley.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Julie.
Okay, bye.
Renee, let's go to you now. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Renee.
Hey, Debbie, how are you?
Hi.
There you are. Yes, we've talked before, and I have a question. You know, I have my challenges with my iron, and I had started feeling very tired and more anxious than usual, and just not sure what was going on because I'm here in Florida, and we just had the hurricane come through. Thank goodness. I was not directly impacted by it. So I actually had some labs come back, and it does show my iron is low, and I tend to stay on this roller coaster ride. It does not self-correct with diet, supplementation. I have to go in for the iron infusions. So is there anything that's coming up around that, Debbie? Any messages?
Well, I keep hearing stay on course. So don't stop doing what you're doing, Renee. Keep doing what you're doing. You're not off the track. It's getting better. So has anything changed with the amount of iron? Have they given you less? Is it shorter?
I've actually started having an allergic reaction to it. So they have to give me pre-meds for the allergies. And so it's really involved right now. They tried switching the iron, that did not work. And I'm actually going in sooner than I normally would. So it has me a little concerned because it feels like it's starting to, bottom out quickly.
Stay on the current path. It's going to get you your answer. You're on the right path. So keep going back. I feel like you're going to find out what's going on. I feel like if you keep doing what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Debbie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Renee. I'm glad you're okay too.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Wonderful. Let's continue. Let's go to Miriam. Welcome to the call. And Miriam,
hi, Miriam.
Miriam, can we get you to unmute, please? Find the unmute button.
Yeah.
There you are.
Hi, Miriam.
I'm from Brazil. Hi, this is very exciting and explaining so many things that I needed to understand. I really appreciate both of you.
Thank you.
I'm in Brazil and I'm a doctor. I've been a doctor for 45 years, but for 33 years, I became an energy healer. And I do not want to deal with medicine anymore because of the entities. The other day I calculated that I have attended 150,000 people. And I can't take it anymore. It's sort of like I'm a warrior. I am always fighting them off, but thanks to the angels, I have been very protected, but I want to leave this war area. Debbie, I am deeply involved with the holy fire of the Holy Spirit, the 7 flames. I use them with guided meditations, and I have seen miracles doing that. But my personal life is still affected by entities, my family's energy. And I would like to understand more what's going on. Could you give me some insight?
Yeah. First of all, I feel like there's a few loved ones around you who have not ascended, which means they're still kind of stuck. They haven't crossed all the way over. So I'm going to ask Michael to take them all the way over.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, that's creating kind of a lower energy. So Archangel Michael, please release anything not of the light that's around Miriam and take it to the light now, permanently. I heard Father loves you. So one of those.
2 fathers, my adopted father, which is American, and my Brazilian father, which is the biological father.
Well, he said it in English, but hang on. He had a lot of hair. He wasn't bald. Does that describe? He had lots of hair.
His name was Harry.
Lots of hair. Harry.
That's funny. Oh my God.
Yep, that's who it is.
Okay, well, I'm glad to know that he's in a better place now.
Yeah.
And my adoptive brother, Arthur, also passed in April this year. I have a feeling he's still around. Or was.
They took everyone to the light. Did Arthur have curls or wavy hair, not straight hair, kind of a curl in his hair?
I don't know. He had a disability and his hair was always very short.
He's in the light. Angels say he's in the light.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, yeah. I keep seeing wavy hair or curls, but whoever's here is in the light.
My adoptive family, most of them have gone. I'm 71, so my adoptive family has everybody has gone. But both of my families are very problematic spiritually, and I think I've done a lot to keep them in the light, but I'm working hard to stay in the light myself because the attacks have been very many. If I keep away from people, I'm happy. But when I'm among people, the entities just come in.
So Miriam, call in the angels in. I know that you're doing the holy fire, but also call in the angels. Call in Michael. Every day.
Yeah, I learned a lot of things from you today. Very helpful, the things you taught here.
Yeah, I think it's good. There's something with the fires that are still steeped in dogmatic religious practices that I feel for you, Miriam, and I grew up very Catholic, and it conjures some of those, it conjures some of the old that you've graduated from, even though it's very powerful, and to integrate new ways. And also, I'd highly recommend a session with Debbie, because what also happens is when you hang out enough and attune to the angelic frequency, you tend to hold the vibration more steady. So by having lengths of time with someone else that can hold that frequency, you hold it more, and then these other things that may be trying to hook on, it's a slippery slope for it.
Yeah.
And it can just
Well,
give
I
you
think that-
tools and other things to work with.
Yeah.
That could be very beneficial.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I understand that my profession obliges me to be exposed to heavy energy. And what I'm trying to do now is to change to a new profession. And the clutter, the mind clutter and overload doesn't allow me clarity yet. But I definitely will be seeing Debbie and thanking you and I've been with you often.
Oh, wonderful, Mary.
And I appreciate your work. It's beautiful. And Debbie, you are awesome. Thank
Debbie
you.
is-
Oh,
Debbie is
you're
awesome.
awesome, Miriam.
Miriam, thank you so much. All right, let's continue here. Anna, let's go to you now. Welcome. We're getting through so many people today. This is amazing.
Yes, you are. Thank you. Good night, everybody. How are you doing?
Hi, Anna.
Hi,
Good
Debbie.
question. Yes.
I've been feeling like a gray veil over me. I'm not finding joy, and I'm usually a very joyful person. I usually find myself going to the past, thinking about what I should have done different, feeling guilty for what I did, for what I didn't do. I don't know what's going on.
So that critical thinking we're talking about is kind of really going, okay, so that's a sign there's low energy or low energy trying to get in. So are you open to Archangel Michael clearing your energy field?
Absolutely. I call him all the time too.
Oh, awesome. Archangel Michael, I ask that you clear anything not of the light affecting Anna in all directions of time permanently.
Receive. Thank you.
Did you have, they said your immune system, did you have, were you sick for a while or did you get?
Actually, I have fibromyalgia, so I've been battling with that for many years. So yeah,
Okay.
my energy, my pain level, it's all affecting me, obviously. Yeah.
The angels gave you a healing in your immune system just now.
Okay, great.
So that so our physical body can actually trigger our spiritual consciousness to shift and vice versa. That's how powerful it is. So they went right to the immune system. Let's heal the immune system and that'll heal the spirit.
Thank you so much. I will keep working on it. Thank you.
Oh, you got it.
I'll have you here, Anna.
Thank
Thank
you
you so much. All right, let's continue. Jordan, let's go to you now. Let's get you to unmute your microphone, please.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi. How are you guys? I just have a question. What do the angels have for me about career and relationship?
Well, I heard new. So everything's new, like new career, new relationship. You're kind of getting a new chapter.
Right on. Just
Yeah.
waiting
And did,
to happen, I guess.
Did you move too?
Well, I've been here for a few years. Yeah, I just built this home a few years ago, so I'm kind of new to this area.
Okay. I feel like you're still, that everything still feels very new chapter. So new career, new relationship. So
Awesome.
don't go backwards. Nothing backwards. If it's
Try not-
old, if it's old, that's not it. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you're in the right place, Jordan. Your move was the right, you know how you wonder, did I do the right thing? You're in the right location too.
All right. Thank you. Love
Debbie,
you
I
both.
wanna
Got
ask
it.
a question. Jordan, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you kind of have a foot out the door?
Kind of. I have a business that I don't really want to do anymore. I kind of am just enjoying my freedom right now, and I'm kind of just hoping the universe provides for me, and I'm enjoying my freedom right now.
Yeah, because I'm feeling into your house and it kind of feels like, okay, it's new, you've been there 3 years, but it's like you have a foot out the door. It's like, it feels so new to me. It's almost like you haven't lived there.
Not sure. I've been here for a few
Okay,
years.
that's what I'm just picking up. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I just kind of get like relax into the space that you're in. Like it's like kind of like relax into the space, make it homey, like settle in. It's okay. And from that newness,
Yeah.
right when you were saying, Debbie, I was like so resonant with that. It's like something ground in, yeah.
I just don't believe it's mine still, I guess. I don't know. It's just my dream home that I built, and I live in the bush and with nature and the land. So it's just
Amazing.
still hard to believe, I guess.
Well, maybe that's it. Just believe it. Just believe it. That the rug's not going to be pulled from under you, like a foot's not out the door because you don't know when it's going to fall apart.
You're in the right place.
I love
Awesome.
that. Yeah.
Great to hear. Thank you so much.
Jordan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's continue. Marcia, let's go to you. Welcome.
Hi, I'm sorry for my video. I'm outside. I'm outside.
That's all right. We can hear you.
Hi, Marcia.
I'm kind of really struggling with my health, and I can't be inside and I can't be outside. So I'm wondering if anything's affecting me.
Okay. Are you open to a healing from Archangel Michael?
Yep.
And I'll tell you if I see it, you know, sometimes an organ or a part of the body will light up. So Archangel Michael from Marcia, I ask that you remove anything not of the light in all directions of time permanently. So they're in the chest area, lungs, chest, that area. So has there been any problem with breathing, allergies, anything like that, congestion?
Yeah, I'm living with mold. I'm living with mold in my I have
Okay.
to wear masks. I also have from stuttering.
Yeah, the lung. Well, the angels give you a healing in the lungs, but that's the most. The heart and the lungs are taking the hit the most. That's the part that's the most affected. So when that, oh, go ahead.
I can't find where to go. I can't find anywhere to go. I'm open to going anywhere. I can't find a place to go.
Angels say nearby, that there's a place you can get to nearby. Do you have a friend nearby, family nearby? They're saying nearby. There's a place to kind of just breathe for a second, or literally breathe for a second.
I don't think so.
He's saying there's something nearby, close by. You're not stuck there. The main thing I want to say is you're not stuck in this situation.
Yep.
You'll, and that's trigger. There's a trigger there. Because you feel, there's a feeling of being stuck, but you're not stuck.
Yep.
Okay.
Hope that helps, Marcia.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Blessings too.
Yeah, sweetie. Take care.
And Marcia, take solace in that message. I know it's tough, but it's like really the message coming through, and it's just, if anything, that feeling of hopefulness of, okay, maybe there is something, and looking outside our periphery can be something that can be really beneficial as the heart just relaxes a little bit. Because we can only imagine how tough it is for you right now. So blessings too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, blessings.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. All right, Pat, let's get you to unmute. Welcome, Pat.
Oh, thank you so much. This has been a wonderful
Hi,
group
Pat.
tonight. Hello. It's so awesome. My whole body's vibrating. Oh boy. I'm just asking for an angel message of guidance.
You have Gabriel. You have Archangel Gabriel. Yeah. Do you resonate with him? Because that's the angel that came in right away.
Okay.
So
Awesome. My
Gabriel,
whole body is vibrating. Yeah.
Yeah. Gabriel appears when you are a teacher, healer, messenger, or writer. You know, he's assigned to those kind of people. So you have Gabriel working through you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for that message. Yes, I feel connected to Gabriel. Definitely.
You're not supposed to be quiet.
No, right. Exactly.
I was going to ask you, Debbie, I was going to ask you, how can Pat work with Gabriel more?
So Gabriel, if he's like with someone, then I know they have messages, like she'll get like an urge, she has to say something to someone, or she'll
Yes.
also be guided to speak. Or,
Yes.
you know, does that happen? Like you're
Yes,
getting
it does.
overcome with this, I gotta say something. I have to say something. The Gabriel is the angel of communication and messages to the masses. So he works through certain people to get messages out.
Okay, because that's true. It happens where I speak about something suddenly with someone. And I
Yeah.
guess it's a message that they needed to hear. Yeah.
It comes through you, it overcomes you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Pat, you're a rock star.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I love it.
I'm just grateful to be with your group, John. It's
Well, we're
wonderful.
grateful to have you here also. So thank you. Like I said, you're a rock
It's so
star. So,
awesome.
yeah. it is.
Namaste, and thank you in
Namaste.
gratitude.
Namaste.
Thank you too. We're gonna take some more callers and we're gonna go just a little bit over because I'm having FOMO. So y'all are gonna have to excuse me. Because y'all are
Okay,
getting some amazing readings. But no, first, y'all, the special offer with Debbie, the frequency healings, the music, the tones, and Debbie is a freaking amazing musician also. If you haven't heard some of her fun singing, it's just her energy on a whole another level. But the healing energy through the transmissions and the special offer, plus the 45-minute reading that's available to you, I highly encourage you to take up Debbie's offer on the special offer. Again, the link's in the chat box, so click on that and get on her calendar. And before I call on my next caller, Debbie, who's coming in for me? Pat, you made me want to ask.
Who's coming in for you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who's the messenger
I love
coming in
it.
for me?
Ooh, I heard father.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And grandfather.
Hmm.
Did one of them smoke, John?
Oh yeah, that smoked like a chimney.
Oh yeah. Everything just smelled like smoke all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Grandpa too?
No,
Smoker?
not that I
Okay.
remember.
Well, I think they're together, the two of them.
Hmm.
A lot of smoke. He said, get ready. He's like, he's telling you to get ready. Like you're going to go, he's going to go somewhere with you. And I
Oh.
keep seeing like the desert.
Interesting.
Mhm.
That came up in my last reading, and you probably don't remember. That's so interesting.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
All right, we'll get more into it
Okay.
in my session.
Yeah,
Don't
that's what I heard.
And the smoking makes sense a lot because recently, I've been in situations where I've been around smoke a lot lately, and it wasn't bothering me until like a month ago. Then all of a sudden, it's like I couldn't be around it anymore. So I become hypersensitive to it all of a sudden. So it makes sense that
Wow.
smoke's coming through. I can't wait to have my session with you. I just
Oh,
wanna-
okay, we'll finish that.
Yeah, we'll definitely finish that. I want to call on some other people that are online because I know we're running a little long. Patty, I wanted to get to you also. Let's get you to unmute, please.
Hi, John. Thank you. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. So let me know.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Debbie. How are you? So you gave me a beautiful reading a few months ago. Just so many, even you, while we were on it, we were both going, wow, that's like a lot of moving. And so I have a new coaching endeavor that I'm launching, and I have a big event next week. And I just want to know if any of my guides, if I have any blind spots or, just if anything's coming in for me that you're feeling.
Well, I also seen Gabriel with you. So Archangel Gabriel talks through you. You might, during the coaching, you might get some of this on the fly. I don't think it's all like scripted here. Gabriel's going to give you an overwhelming, like, say it now. This isn't what I planned. But I got a 7 also, which means you're on the right track. You're totally on the right track.
Beautiful.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing,
Thank
Patty.
you so much. Thank you, John. I'm like, this season is amazing.
It is, isn't it? I
Oh.
freaking love this season. It's just so next level. It's amazing.
Yeah.
From a very business related standpoint, as you do your launch,
Yeah.
Do not lose enthusiasm until you 100% close everything down. So many people come in at the very last minute. Keep your energy high. Don't allow numbers to dictate your energy. Don't let it affect what wants to come through for you, and just know who and what shows up. You'll know when it's all over, not before it's over. You'll know right when it's over. And so keep the intention of what you're putting out. Keep the intention of why you're doing this, the vibration of you being of service for others.
Yeah.
And let that lead, and everything else will take care of itself.
That is beautiful. You just gave me the chills.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Awesome.
From
Thank
a
you guys
business standpoint, I'm trying to give that to you. I have so much respect for what you're doing, because it's a lot of work.
Well, likewise, it goes both ways. Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
Good luck, Patty.
All right, let's go. Let's take another caller. Sharon, let's get to you.
Thank you very much. Yes,
Sharon.
Debbie, hi. Hi, Debbie and John. Yes, Debbie, you gave me a very interesting reading 5 or 6 months ago. And I'm just wanting to know, my energy, and I think my vibration has been really high, and I felt really inspired. However, I'm trying to reckon with the fact that I'm running out of money very quickly. And I'm not sure how that's going to be remedied. And I'm wanting to see what you think.
Well, you said you're running out of money. I'm seeing money coming in.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like you have another wave coming in that you might say November. So there's more money coming in. So it might feel, sometimes it feels like it's going a certain way, but it's not. I'm seeing another wave come in.
Like a substantial wave, or just a couple of $1,000s?
It looks like a lump of money. So this wouldn't be like payments. It's like one sum in one amount.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That would be very helpful. But now, will I have to sell something to get this?
No, it's already on course.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Do you have a second property? Are there two properties?
No.
Or a second place you live or go?
No. I just moved to this place, and the first thing you said before you said, don't say anything. And then you said, the angels are very happy with your choice in your move, and you've made a wise financial decision. And I was like, yes, because my heart sings with joy here.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. But was there two places at one time? I keep seeing two places.
No.
Debbie, I was seeing a second mortgage, and I don't know why, if that would resonate or not, but I just kind of saw it from the house.
Oh, no, I'm renting, actually.
Interesting. Okay, I don't know why I got that.
Yeah.
There's something else with your living situation. There's either two places or a second choice, or there's something else there.
Well, am I going to move?
If you do, you want to. Let's put it that way.
Okay, because I don't want to move.
It's not because you have to. If you move, it's like by choice, you want to. Yeah.
Okay.
That's so interesting, Debbie, because I was getting something second also. And that was so, I love that you said that. It's like, wait, hold on, I was getting that.
Yeah, you and I are in sync, John. So there's something that makes sense and will make sense later for her, but there is something about
Would it be an inheritance, more of an inheritance?
It can be. It can be. I'm actually seeing a second property. Yeah. And it can be an inheritance. Yeah.
Sharon, get a reading if you want to go deeper and see what comes up, if you have the opportunity.
I've already paid for one. I just haven't scheduled it.
Get in there.
All right,
Awesome.
we'll talk soon.
Blessings
Talk
to you. Good
soon,
luck with
Sharon.
everything.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Yeah, and breathe into the money thing also. We're also picking up a lot on the collective that's happening when they talk about inflation and things going away
Oh, yeah.
and the cost of everything going up. So if you're empathic, just bring yourself back home to you. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
my back to me. I'm not going to tune into the fear that a lot of people are really feeling because of their situations, but it doesn't mean that you have to feel it. So just bring yourself home to you. It's okay for you to separate from the consciousness of the collective that's in that fear, and just kind of staying on your own lane and just guide me to what's mine, guide me to what's mine, guide me to what's mine. And you'll find that that will help you ease some of the anxiety or the worry. If even just a little bit, probably a lot. But it's something that you can do to really empower yourself on a daily basis.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll do that.
Thank you,
All right.
Sharon.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, Debbie, is there a final message that the angels would have for us as we end tonight's call? And before we get into that, which I'm sure there always is, that's why I asked you. Y'all, the special offer, the link's in the chat box. We're going to run the replay. It'll be available all week long. You can access replays. Well, we'll send you an email with the replays. But they're always available at beyondtheordinaryshow.com/replay. And Debbie, I interrupted you after I asked you the question. So let me start again. Is there a message that you would like to leave us with tonight?
No, I want to, first of all, John, I love this show. And I mean, the people on tonight, on all the time, but tonight was really special for me. I just feel a lot of love, and I feel like a lot of people are so elevated and conscious. I mean, I'm just blown away. I'm blown away. And
As you're saying that, that's true.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for your awareness, for your desire to grow spiritually, for your desire to connect with angels, for your desire to be, the one woman who was speaking about wanting to, trying harder and harder to be more spiritual. And I just admire it. I love it. I mean, 20 years ago, none of this was going on. So I'm blown away. I feel so lucky to be part of this. And I just encourage everyone, don't stop growing. You can't go spiritually backwards. Even if you make a mistake, you grow, you still go forward. You cannot go backwards.
You can't screw it up.
You can't mess it up.
You can't. That's beautiful, Debbie. And you're so on point. And you're a beautiful indication of the type of people that show up to this platform. So thank you for what you bring.
John.
Elevate all of us always. Freaking love you. Oh my God. Amazing. Thank you for
Love
being
you back.
And all of y'all, thank you. Y'all truly are just such a gift to be with. Blessings, blessings, blessings to y'all, and namaste. And I'll see y'all on the next call. Have a great day.